Welcome back to the Fantastic Podcast, guys. I know if you are a fan of a certain club, you go to look me with bad eye. I beg Muna pan camera to Sabubu. I greet all of you and welcome back to the show. My name is Renz, the man always making sense with every sentence. Sabubu will disagree that what I'm going to say next will not make sense. But guys, we saw a masterclass in London.
Welcome, fans. I don't know where that word, the masterclass, came from, but two teams with unbeaten records were thrown in the mud. Bayern Munich lost their unbeaten record in the Bundesliga, losing to lowly Augsburg,
Augsburg.
but there's a bug at the end of the name of that team.
They got the Ox.
Then in North London, a team that pride themselves that they've not lost a home match, and a team that has not lost to a certain team since 2017. Lost at home, and they lost woefully. It was Arsenal 2, Man United 3. 3 shots on goal and 3 goals. Awesome.
Is that not a masterclass?
Please, I'm talking.
Sorry, sir.
As it stands, the headlines went haywire in England and around the world. I don't know what Arsenal are up to, but Arteta has to sit that dressing room down, speak to them, and calm them down. 4 points is still the lead. But the next time you lose it, Man City are crawling like a lion and wants to devour. For Villa, they went to Magpies and they did what nobody expected. They beat Newcastle 2-0.
St. James's Park.
Then for Chelsea, new coach is gathering the points gradually. What's his name again?
Rosemary. Rosinio. Yeah.
Rosinia.
Iniayu.
This was the best time for him to play Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are all sorts presently.
There's no best time to play anybody. Because even Maresca now, that Crystal Palace, it was this wet.
I don't know why Chelsea fans do not like Maresca.
We like Maresca. We love Maresca. Thank you so much, Maresca. I'll see you at Man City very soon.
So, Renz.
Yeah.
What is your analysis of the weekend matches? The Chelsea match, the Villa match, the Arsenal match. We saw City play, the rest Haaland, maybe against the midweek match and next week's Premiership match. But should Arsenal be scared? Is it that the alarm bells are ringing gradually, or we just say, according to a famous former Arsenal coach, the defeat was an accident?
First and foremost, before we dive into this matter, remember the podcast is about you. So please quickly go into the comment section and let us know your thoughts about, what you observe from your favorite club over the weekend. I'll just start quickly with Man City. Man City has made some of the most impressive signings of this window, getting Semenyo and Maguire through the door. And although they were not as fluid as we recognize them, they got their victory over Wolves. Should be expected. Wolves are still in a very dire position on the table, but they got their results. And with the results on Sunday going in their favor, they'll be looking, there'll be a little positive that they can mount some sort of late season surge to overthrow Arsenal at the top of the table. Liverpool lost again to Bournemouth, and I know, they lost again at Bournemouth. Let me not say to Bournemouth. Now, with the loss of Arsenal on Sunday, a lot is not being said about Arne Slot. But we have to be honest here. That man is at risk of losing his job. Now, let's remember that Xabi Alonso was sacked by Real Madrid, and he was one of the anointed to take over from Klopp, but he elected to stay one more season at Leverkusen. So, Slot will be a little worried now because in chair go down the hot, and we have to see how things evolve around there. Rumors have it that Liverpool have sounded out Alonso and he's giving them a positive feedback as per taking over the job.
But if I may ask you, do you think Alonso will want to come during the season, or they might just get a caretaker manager to finish the season and he starts with the preseason and all?
I don't think he's going to mind. Why? When he took over at Leverkusen, he took over mid-season. He steadied the ship, and then over the summer, he reconstructed them, and we all knew what the result was.
But this particular ship is not sinking
I don't think, yes, it's not sinking. But Liverpool will look at that table right now and say, look, with the renaissance around us, Man City are looking more like
Teams are
themselves.
picking up points here
Chelsea
and there.
have a new manager. He has not really been tested yet, but he's picking up points. And I assure you, some of the games that Rosinho has won, Chelsea would have struggled previously. So that was what I was saying.
Now, what is the difference between Rosinia and Maresca? Because you keep talking about.
No, don't worry. I'm going to get there.
Okay.
Permit me to just land from Liverpool, and then when we go to the Chelsea game, I'll tell you one or two things about that. So, with this now, we wonder what might be happening at Anfield. And like I said, Alonso might actually end up in that dugout earlier than even he might have expected. But we all know he will end up at Anfield. We don't know when. So that's the question now. Can Slot arrest the slide, or will he have to pay for it with his job? A lot of people have their jobs on the line, but these are some of the major ones. And of course, we go to the Sunday games, where I'll quickly answer your question where you said, what is the difference between Maresca and Rosinho? Now, Maresca is a disciple of Pep, as we all know, alongside the likes of Mikel Arteta. And there's one thing that is prevalent among Guardiola's disciples, is that they tinker a lot.
They do the test.
Yes, they have a tendency to overanalyze, to overdo. Let me use that word. They overdo. When you need to keep things simple, they will flip the script. When they need to flip the script, they'll stick with what they were doing that was not working. And that's one of the things. Look at Amorim also, by extension. That thing touch am. Amorim was so visibly stubborn and rigid in his tactics. Look at Manchester United now. But that's on the side. So like I was saying, Rosinho has come back, put things on the basics, put the players where they should be played, giving them some belief, giving them some freedom also. And it's working out for him. Like I said, he has not really been tested. But when he has played Arsenal in the Carabao. So when he's tested, we'll still know his mettle.
What you said, I kind of believe it. It's glaring for everybody to see that Odega is not 100% playing well. And for a coach that has that same lineage with Pep, they are very stubborn when it comes to accepting that they are making mistakes. You remember Fabio Capello said something. He said, if not for Pep's constant tinkling, he should have over 6 Champions League.
He should have more Champions League than he has right now.
We saw what happened. Panic. He took out 4 players against United.
Yeah.
And those were these 4 basic players that should have actually started the match. You saw what they did at Inter. Inter is the best team in Italy. But you saw how they went at Inter. Now, the problem Arsenal has I'm sitting from Arsenal and I'm watching them.
Yeah.
They are not direct the way they should be direct. There's no urgency when they play. They tend to take the ball sideways too much. And that problem starts with Odega because he is the mainstream of that midfield. Why did you buy Nogard? Did you buy Nogard as decoration in that team? Zubimendi is new to the league. He's fatigued. He has been making mistakes that the team has been covering up for him. But yesterday's own was just too glaring that the team could not. It's a fantastic win for United. Thumbs up to them. In football, we keep saying it. When you have your chances, you take it. If you don't take it, then you rule the losses at the end of the day. For us now, that defeat was a good defeat in these guys. That defeat is what I call a reset button, making you understand that you might not have chances the way you're having the chances. They were lucky when they were drawing matches because the teams pursuing them were not winning. Right now, the Premiership actually really starts now because that stretch is what we're about to see.
Yeah.
The match against Leeds next week is a must win for them. After Leeds, Chelsea comes to the Emirates. The Champions League match on Wednesday is a dead rubber for them.
Yeah.
Because they are sure of the first.
But I think it's still important that they make, a mental state, if not to their rivals, but to themselves. They need to get back to winning ways immediately.
As fast as possible.
But, a lot has been made about the mental fragility of that Arsenal team. And that's where I want to get your opinion on. Patrick Vieira, who is one of the invincibles and a legend in his own right at Arsenal, made a comment about, the current Gunners squad lacking, that killer mentality, that winner's mentality. I want to get your thoughts. Does this, with 4 points, the gap reduced to 4 points, at this point, are we seeing another collapse? Or what do you think, or what do you see that makes you feel like, no, this time around, things might be different?
There's this saying that when things are going well for you, the people that talk are less compared to when things are going bad for you. Everybody now has an opinion of how things are. The mental thing is there, but for me, for the amount of years I've watched football, I will tell you something. When a team is efficient, are you with me?
Yeah.
When a team is efficient, you will kill teams. The Chelsea team that won the Premiership in 2025 had never won the league in 50 years. But what did Mourinho do? He made them efficient. They scored when they needed to score.
And
And
seldom conceded.
You see this Arsenal team playing?
Yeah.
If they were efficient, we will not be where we are presently. That is how football is.
True.
See last season about when Ancelotti won it. Liverpool was just efficient. They were taking out teams. So by the time the team was tiring towards the end of the season, they were already champions.
Already over the line.
You get what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
See, if Arsenal take their chances and defend well, they don't have issues. That is what Man City has always done. People said, because you know why? They have a routine. When they get to that point, they just know that let's just take out teams. Let's just take out teams. Let's just take out teams.
I think another thing I've observed is, most of the title-winning teams, they tend to cement their place between this, 4 months into the season to February, March, right? And then when they are losing steam, their rivals are also losing steam. The season is far.
Because a lot of the title-winning teams that you might have you've seen over the years,
Yeah.
they are not always in one competition.
Yeah, of course.
It was only Leicester that just had the Premiership to play.
And I think Chelsea, when Conte won, they were out of Europe.
They were always okay. Let's see how it is. Let's see how it is. You understand?
Yeah.
Because one of the reasons why I still feel Mourinho did not win the Champions League with Chelsea was the Premiership took a lot of energy out of that team. No, he was focused. By the time Chelsea were not playing in Europe towards that later, because he was always getting to the quarterfinals, semi-final.
Or semi-final.
The team was already jaded when they got to that.
I think he was also unfortunate, but that's aside.
So Arsenal just needs to be efficient. They should take the pressure off themselves. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Take the pressure and enjoy playing football. Arteta has to do a lot because it's more like he's playing with the handbrakes. And you have a killer squad that can take on anybody at any time.
Yeah.
Then let's go to Spain. In Spain, Real Madrid.
I wanted to just ask you one quick thing about that Manchester United team. I am one of the people that has been making noise about Michael Carrick and what he has done. From a critical perspective, you watched that team, you watched that match keenly. What did you notice? What is different about Manchester United under Carrick and Manchester United under Amorim?
Carrick went back to the basics. Basics are, let's play our 4-4-2 that turns to a 4-3-3. Right?
Yeah.
He has one of the fittest players in the Premiership presently, Kobe Mino. He has not been playing all this while. So you see he's the one saving the blushes of Casemiro and the other guy, Fernandes.
Bruno.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's providing a solid base for them.
So United are more of, how do I use this word? They're playing like a block now. They move together when they attack and they move together when they defend. They are very comfortable giving you the ball. Just do not give them the opportunity to score, especially on that counter-attack.
Yeah. Very impressive counter-attacking football they played against Arsenal. And kudos to Michael Carrick. Nobody's laughing now, especially not me. I was saying, man, the signing looked a little bit underwhelming.
But another thing again is he has beaten the top two teams. Now, I won't judge Carrick until after the 5th or 6th match. Do you know why I'm saying so?
Why?
Because the ovation is very high now. Next week, he has to keep doing what he's doing. They have opportunity to finish the top 4, not even the top 5. The opportunity is glaring to them because they are not playing in Europe. They are not playing in the Carabao Cup. They are not playing in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
So they have 1 full week to always prepare
For
for
their
every
next game.
matches. You get what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So by the 5th, 6th match, they will now know how far he has gone.
Well,
The Premiership is a very unforgiving league.
yeah.
You
True.
just need 5 matches to climb the table, and you just need 3 draws and 1 loss to drop.
Well, the United strand, we wish you the best of luck. It's looking like you might cut your hair very soon, but let's keep our fingers crossed, and our eyes focused on what's ahead. I hope they can get another result against Fulham. Like you said, United are happy to surrender possession. So let's see what happens when Carrick actually faces a team that allows them to have the ball, and let's see if they can get that penetration. So you wanted to land in Spain.
Barca won.
Real Madrid
won. A very difficult match. Atletico
also won.
So we now know that the league is Barca, Real, and Villarreal, and
I think it's just 1 point standing between Barcelona and Real Madrid.
Then in Italy, Napoli were shocking. My fear is Conte should not start his madness again.
Antonio Conte is somebody that refuses to rotate players, and that means his players are prone to burnout.
Yeah, why is he like that?
That one concern him.
No,
I don't know how, as a coach,
because
you have a squad,
but
you are relying on the same 11, 12, 13 players. Game in, game out, 4, 5 competitions, you are playing them, you don't want to rotate. That's what you get. He came out after that fixture and was saying that they are in a real, when they lost to who in the Super Copa World, it was an emergency. Now it's a real emergency. Come on, this is a title winning squad. Don't insult our intelligence and insult your players. Oga, manage your squad well. You manage them well. Well, I don't care. Don't manage them well. We are coming on Wednesday. So allow us to manage them for you. Then after that, you can pick up. And let's give credit to Spalletti.
Yes.
Juventus will cook. Very impressive.
No, I think he's getting the team he wants. Spalletti is a very, very dynamic manager. I put him in that same bracket with Fabio Capello, the way he sets his team to play. He's someone that he knows how to attack. He knows how to defend. He knows how to strike a balance in any team he takes control of.
Yeah.
And this Juventus team is a team that is filled with talent.
They have talent,
so
of course. Once they pick up,
I foresee him challenging next season, not this season.
Yeah. Even this season, there's still an opportunity to give it a good run. But we don't know how far.
Fabregas Como went AY on Sunday. Sorry, on Saturday. They beat Torino 6-0.
6. And that's why he's one of the next rated. That is why he's one of the next
you're right,
rated.
You're
Who
right.
knows? Maybe if Arteta decides to tire out, they might go back for the legend.
That's what I'm looking at. There might likely be a merry-go-round in coaches this season or next season.
Yeah.
Because if Hans Flick should leave Barca, Arteta might just be the person Barca might want.
Yeah.
Then Fabregas now come. It's going to be a funny thing. Fabregas in the Premiership, Alonso at Liverpool, Company at Man City.
Man City, probably.
You understand? Then Van Nistelrooy at
wherever he's going to be.
United.
But who knows? But United fans will nod you. Guys, thank you so much for sticking with us. We are going for a short break. When we come back, we are going to be analyzing the Champions League and the league matches to come in this week that we are. Until we come back, keep pressing Arsenal neck.
Sorry?
Yes.
No comment. The Champions League is back on Wednesday. And this is the final matches of the Swiss format, where many teams will try to book their place either in the playoff or automatic qualification. As the group stage stands, Arsenal is 1, Bayern 2, Real Madrid 3, Liverpool 4, Tottenham 5, PSG 6, Newcastle 7, and Chelsea 8. As it stands, Chelsea would need to win their last match to be sure of a top 8. Barcelona is out of the top 8. They are 9th. And
they also need to win their fixture.
They need to win their
hope
fixture.
That other fixtures
now, as it stands,
them.
Barca is playing FC Copenhagen, so we know Barca will likely win that match.
Yeah.
For Arsenal are playing a team called Kairat Almaty. Well, I don't know where they are.
Kairat. They will give them a Kairat.
Then it's going to be Benfica versus Real Madrid. Now, Benfica needs to qualify for the playoffs. Real Madrid are 15th, and the way these group stages are, if Real Madrid loses, they can be out of the top 8 completely.
Anybody in the top 8 that drops points
Points.
right now is at risk.
It's only
I mean, apart
Arsenal,
from Arsenal and
and Bayern
Bayern.
Munich. Yeah.
Yeah, and Bayern. So it's a very dicey, table going into the last round of
Because
group stage league format
for
fixtures.
Benfica, where are they on the group stage?
Benfica, you find them at the bottom.
They are 6th.
They're
29th.
They are very bottom.
They have 6 points.
Yes.
So they need to win to be sure of.
I don't think
playoff.
there's any miracle they are going to do that they'll get into that place. I think the best Mourinho can do for himself is not to get himself sacked.
But if they win
after that match,
they win and other results go their way, then they can qualify for the playoffs.
It's a very slim chance, but it's possible.
Because now Conte is 25th, he's out of the playoffs, so he needs to beat Chelsea.
For pride.
No, if he beats Chelsea and other results go his way,
he also might make it.
So let's go to the weekend matches. For the Champions League, you can go online to check out the matches there. They are likely going to play all the matches
at the same time.
Then we'll go for our weekend fixtures. We are back to the Premiership, where there will be a London derby. Chelsea will take on West Ham. West Ham won their second match on the bounce, which was a good thing for Nuno. Arsenal are going to a very, very hostile atmosphere at Ellen Road in Leeds. Brighton will take on Everton, and Liverpool will play Newcastle.
I mean, these are all games. At this point, everybody needs to pick up their wins. Chelsea will be hosting West Ham at home.
Yeah.
I think this is another opportunity for Liam Rosemary to consolidate. Rosemary, leave him like that. This is another opportunity for him to consolidate on the good work that he's doing, and he'll fancy getting a result against Nuno's side, although they have also been looking very solid of late. So it's going to be an interesting fixture. Leeds Arsenal. Elland Road is always hostile, like you said, but Arsenal have to make a statement, and that is bouncing back with a convincing win. So I'll still back them to get 3 points against Leeds. We also are seeing Liverpool versus Newcastle, another blockbuster fixture. Let's just say whatever happens in this match would have a very...
Were you not surprised that Aston Villa beat Newcastle 2-0?
I wasn't really surprised. Villa have been very impressive this season. But of course, at St. James's Park, you will always be saying, something might happen, and we're expecting them to come back, but they didn't. So kudos to Aston Villa. And, watch out for them. They might actually be the real title challengers this season. I mean, they might give us now more of a run for their money than Man City.
They just acquired Tammy Abraham.
Let's see what Tammy can do. Can Tammy take them across the line? Let's see what happens.
Let me play the devil's advocate. Napoli will take on Fiorentina. What do you think will happen in that match?
It's a straight win for Napoli.
You sure?
It's a straight win for Napoli.
Why do you feel so?
Fiorentina have been all sorts this season. They are looking a shadow of the team that was challenging in the top 4 of the Serie A last season. So I don't see them. And of course, Conte always knows how to come back and give you one result that will make your mind calm down before giving you another headache.
Aston Villa will take on Brentford. Brentford were very poor against Nottingham Forest.
Don't mind Brentford. They know how to deceive themselves. I see an Aston Villa straight win at Villa Park. Nothing else.
What about United Fulham? Fulham has been a
boogie team
for United.
But at Old Trafford, Carrick has already restored belief, and I think they are going to build on that. It's going to be a good team, good match. I see both teams scoring, but Manchester United to win.
Forest Crystal Palace.
Another Forest win. I think Forest should edge that one.
Then the late kickoff on Sunday, Tottenham must take on Man City.
Well, this is another open game. Tottenham are gradually, let's not say gradually, because that's how they do. They win today, they lose tomorrow. But I see a match where both teams score. Okay. Manchester City might just edge it. Haaland will be back with a point to prove. They have a firing Semenyo, and they are looking more solid in defense. Maybe somebody else gets fit and they partner Guehi with a serious defender, and things might just be looking up for them.
That match for me, Thomas Frank is fighting for his job one way or the other.
No, I've said it numerous times. Frank is hanging by a thread, frankly. He might lose his job anytime. He might even win and they still sack him, the way it is right now. But I think they'll also be looking at the market and seeing there are not really serious options available. So they might say, let's stick with him to the end of the season. And let's not forget, managers don't just become bad coaches overnight.
Yeah,
So
you're
they
right.
might think, oh, let's give him some time. Quickly, let's look at the transfer market before we go off the show today. Like Sabubu said, Tammy Abraham is very close to being Aston Villa's signing of the window. We are also hearing one or two rumors as per signing. Chelsea were being linked to Jeremy Jacquet. That's not working. I don't hear say they don't recall Anselmino from Dortmund, and Dortmund the para right now. I just hope Chelsea. I hope so. I know they call that boy to go sit down for bench the same way one and they do McGill, because it's not going to be reasonable. Also, there are other movements being expected in the market. Manchester United are looking for an option in midfield. We don't know what's going to happen. Nottingham Forest has also lodged a bid of about 35 million for Ian Felipe Mateta. They won't scatter Crystal Palace live pata this January transfer window. So that's one to watch out for. And of course, the news of the window. Everybody they talk say Palmer wants to leave Chelsea, that he's homesick. In the name of say he won't go back to Manchester, they miss him friends. Cole Palmer, they pay you money, now your job.
Well,
respect yourself.
That transfer might not happen now, maybe in the summer.
No, it will take a phenomenal bid, whether in the summer or beyond, for anybody to price Cole Palmer away from
because
Chelsea.
Even as it stands, there are feelers that Arsenal have started talking to Atletico Madrid against the summer transfer
for Alvarez. Yeah.
And Beta is playing a pivotal role in that transfer because he took him from City and they said it will be in the region of about 100 million.
Wow.
And we know that if that transfer is going to come through, either Jesus is going.
Jesus, or I think two will go. Jesus, Havertz,
or Trossard.
Yeah. So one of them. Also, in another twist, we are hearing that Manchester City are looking at bringing back an unsettled Trent Alexander-Arnold back to the Premiership. Now where he don't go, they don't pursue him.
Well, the funny thing, I went to Real Madrid on a free transfer. Now Real Madrid are going to command the transfer fee.
So it might still be a win-win for them.
Yes.
Well, there are 10 million that they paid to get him early for the Club World Cup. They will at least look to recoup that. But Arnold is still one of the best fullbacks on the planet.
I always tell people that let us always pray to be at the right place at the right time. Not at the wrong place at the wrong time. The fanfare was there.
Everything was there.
I don't see a club that wants to sign you up for free and they still pay extra money just because they wanted you for a particular tournament.
And his bestie, Jude Bellingham, was still there. But unfortunately,
the coach got fired.
It didn't work out.
And that coach came in
and told him to find it.
He didn't even hide it. Sat in there and said, oh boy, you have to leave.
Anyways, I get update for you, Alexander-Arnold. Still, you fit outlast Abelua. Na him dey talk him own, no be the club. So when he dey there, when he time reach, they go employ coach, he go rest. And na so it dey be. Kobe Mino stayed at Manchester United. He outlasted Amorim. And look at him now. He's the darling of that team. So, always hanging there. The storms might rage. The banters might come. You might lose a few matches and your gap will reduce to 4 points. But if you believe, you will achieve.
And you can win some matches and your opponents will just keep losing.
Yes, you get there. We look forward to seeing you in May where somebody will celebrate and somebody will cry. Please, until we come back, stay glued to the Fantactics podcast. Like, subscribe, share, engage us, and take the ministry to the Zoom. Until we come back, namaste.